Hi, I'm Enchanting Nubian Nat. Welcome back. And if you're viewing my channel for the very first time, welcome. In mid April this year, law enforcement and animal control agencies executed a coordinated rescue at a residence on the 3000 block of Jefferson Avenue in Ogden, Utah. They removed 157 dogs and 11 cats, a total of 168 animals, from severely overcrowded and unsanitary living conditions. Authorities described the scene as overwhelming. There were animals found in nearly every room, surrounded by filth, trash, and rotted mattresses. Officers utilized gas masks before entering the home due to the intensity of the stench and airborne irritants. Such an upsetting state of affairs. A senior citizen who has an abundance of animals without proper space and resources, and even the energy. Here are some facts about the owner. The home belonged to 73-year-old Miguel Salgado-Vargas, who lived there with his nephew, 50-year-old Ramon Cano Aspero. Both men cooperated with the rescue teams and relinquished ownership of the animals when authorities arrived. Thank goodness. Now, here are the charges. Miguel Salgado Vargas had been charged with a whopping 637 Class B misdemeanors, including 168 counts of animal cruelty, 168 counts of public nuisance, 149 counts of unlicensed animals, 149 counts of failure to vaccinate against rabies, and one count of operating a kennel without a permit. His nephew, Ramon Aspero, faces 336 similar charges, and both are scheduled for court appearances. Miguel Salgado Vargas, his appearance is set for late August, and Ramon Aspero, is in October, and they have entered not guilty pleas, which is the usual standard with most people who are indeed allegedly guilty. Now I'll share the condition of their animals. Despite the dire conditions they were rescued from, most of the dogs, surprisingly, shockingly, were in fairly good health. Primarily, they were small breeds such as Chihuahuas and Poodles. Veterinarians noted that none required euthanasia. Around 13 remain at the Weber County Animal Services Shelter, needing further socialization before adoption. The Humane Society of Utah and local rescue groups took in dozens of the animals to aid with vaccinations, spaying, neutering, and eventual placements. Thank goodness for all of these groups, nonprofit groups especially. The incident triggered a robust community response. Organizations such as the Golden Bark Foundation, Friends of Weber County Animal Services, and numerous volunteers provided animal supplies, foster care, and funding to support shelter staff working long hours. Also, a wave of adoptions ensued, and many of the rescued dogs have since found permanent homes. So happy to hear this news. People have big hearts. Despite the current economic climate, people are still adopting pets, and we know it can be quite expensive. Now, this was not the first time where there was a response. Excuse me. Excuse me. Let's see, one moment. This was not the first time this happened, everyone. Would you believe that this had occurred before at this same address? In 2012, Ogden authorities removed 149 dogs from the same house. At that time, no criminal charges were filed. Perhaps they should have. And Salgado-Vargas did not face legal consequences. Reports then noted that his deep affection for the animals and financial strain that hindered his ability to care for them properly. Everyone, this scale of animals in one home is equivalent to a crisis. Rescuing and rehabilitating 168 animals require extensive interagency coordination and community effort, not just one or two people, especially if you don't have the funds to take care of these animals, because animals require the doctor's visits, of course, huge amount of food, and of course they should have, toys to play with, land so they can run and exercise and so forth. With hundreds of misdemeanor charges filed, the case could reshape how Utah enforces laws around animal hoarding. Now, due to recurring behavior by the uncle and nephew, this crime, having occurred twice at the same location, suggests underlying patterns of hoarding and inadequate oversight. Officials noted the emotional and mental health issues often tied to hoarding behavior. And although I love animals as well, I must admit that it would be very hard for me to sell those adorable dogs and cats. But on the flip side, I wouldn't put myself in a situation to keep all of them, because hoarding isn't a solution. It's a mental illness. Thank goodness many national groups and local communities resources are ongoing. Focus on the socialization of these animals, their medical care, and adoption to place them into loving homes. What are your thoughts about this news? Please comment below. And also, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks a million, and stay safe wherever you are.